we follow the teaching of the Lord in helping others. Jesus says to them, give them aid. Make yourself a neighbor. So it is put upon us to change ourselves to become more Christ-like. If we are satisfied with ourselves, if we say, I'm doing fine, we have come to a dangerous posture in our lives, because Jesus loved to pick upon those self-righteous holy people in his society who praised themselves more than they praised God. He praised the person who stopped and helped the man who had fallen among thieves, even though several things in that story suggested that the one who stopped and helped had no obligation to do so. But he made himself neighbor to the man who had fallen among thieves. That's a reality. That's not a window dressing. This is concrete. That prayer that I use in the beginning of Mass, O Lord, to whom no one is a stranger. The Lord knows us all. The Lord knows every sparrow that falls from the heavens. You are worth more than many sparrows. From whose help no one is ever distant. Are we distant from the help of God? Read the news, see what's going on. It is very easy to say that maybe 1 billion people in the world are far from God's help. Now, you could argue that in various ways. You could say God is always present to them, offering them solace, trying to lead them to virtue. You could say many things, but de facto, life is terribly tough for many people, and the presence of God in their lives is not immediately evident. One of the places where the presence of God is immediately evident is in the Catholic Church. Here we are, bingo. If somebody comes in and appeals to us and we say, and I'm not speaking about myself here, if some stranger came in and needed a loaf of bread and nobody here would give it to him, pretty big flop. We are the people who are supposed to respond to those in need, as Jesus would respond if he came upon a funeral cortege and the deceased was the only son of a widowed mother. And what would Jesus do? Would he take the time, the trouble to do something or not? Well, of course he would. Do we? Each one of us look at our own lives. I know that you are charitable people. I know that you take care of your families first. I know that you take care of your communities. In many ways, you take care of them because it's no choice. You have no choice. It's April 15th. Time to take care of your community in a big way. So you are givers. I know that. You may get publications in the mail that say, please send us a few dollars, and you don't know who they are, and you don't check it out carefully, and you launch a few dollars to them, and that's the industry in many cases. Ask people and try to get something from them. How many remember Sally Struthers? Anybody remember Sally Struthers? She was an actress. What else did she do? She was on television inviting you to do what? Sponsor a child. I don't remember what charity she worked with. Maybe Compassion International, a giant. Sponsor a child. How many, you're not getting hooked, don't worry. How many think that it's really a good idea to help a child or aging person in a foreign land get the basics of life? How many think that's a good idea? Okay. Sally thought so. Some of us saw her. Some of us thought, you're right, Sally, this is a great idea. How many of us ever did it? Signed on with Sally Struthers? I don't see any hands. So it is possible to think that something is a great idea, but not for me, not right now. All sorts of ways of... When might we wish that, I wish I had done that, you know? When we're online for Judgment Day, right? We're online for Judgment Day. St. Peter's going to be the judge. He's up there. Our lives are going to be laid open. Do you think that any one of us might have second thoughts about how we should have acted? I think so. I think so. And I'm going to suggest to you, this is a day on which you can adjust your life slightly. You can say, okay, I'll do it. I'll sponsor a child or an aging person. Why? Because it is what we're supposed to be doing. You say, we're already doing it. That's probably true. Do it again. Take another step. Okay, so these children and aging are a product of our charity that I worked with now for 31 years. And they're at the back of the church so that after Mass you might stop and look at them and say, oh, Manarosa from Madagascar, 4-year-old boy, I'll take care of him, he needs help. Marina, 66-year-old woman in El Salvador, she needs help. Shelley, a 4-year-old girl in Honduras, I could go visit her. We run trips. We run very good trips, very safe trips to visit these sponsored people in some of the countries around the world. Not all, but in some of the countries where we work. I've been to Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, Colombia, and a few others to visit my sponsored children. I always sponsor 6. Correction, right now I'm sponsoring 5. I sponsor 5 children and aging because I can't ask you to do it if I don't do it. So I've made it my primary charity. I not only work with them, but I also support them in various ways. So what I'm trying to get you to do is say, I'm already hearing Father Bill. I've got a certain mindset at this moment. He wants me to change that mindset. I'm comfortable in my mindset. Why doesn't he leave me alone? Because we all want to fix the world, be a big hero, give $1 billion from our family foundation, be a big hero. We all like that. What about helping one person who needs the help, who has no place else to go? Most of us will have good care as we get older, and we will have the support of our immediate families. We will have the support of the federal government. We'll have the support of private charities. What's the biggest private charity in the United States? Catholic charities. Take all the charities that the bishops control around the country, and that congregation of all the diocesan charities is the largest charity, private charity, not state-funded, but private charity in the United States. So we already have a pretty good track record. But this will help a specific person who will have to go without the help if you don't do it. So that's what, we brought about 100, I think. That's a huge amount. But if we could get, 30 from this Mass that would sponsor afterwards, you can sponsor more than one, that would be tremendous. That would be wonderful. It would change lives around the world, and it would change your life. So, that's the pitch. And I just want to check my notes. Oh, there's a couple Where's the couple that I spoke to before Mass that were going? There we go, right up front. How convenient. Okay. These folks have been sponsoring for years, and they're going to be helping at the table in the back here. And I'm going to ask them one question, and that is, why have you continued to sponsor various children in our program over the years? So there's the ask. Here comes the answer.
The answer is because it is the best way to send your love halfway around the world. This little girl we sponsored when she was 5 years old.
The Philippines.
In the Philippines, Daphne, and she is now going to be 17.
Amazing how they grow up, isn't it?
Best way to send your love.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. They'll be at the desk helping you sign up after Mass. So these are my little notes that I made while waiting 6 hours yesterday in that city way over to the west. We thank the pastor for being here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My older brother had 11 children, and all good kids. So he was at one of my masses one day where I was offering this program. And I said to him, Fred, he said, I'm going to sponsor one of your children. I said, well, you already have 11. Isn't that enough? You know? He says, yeah, but I never had a $45 child. I said, I understand. Okay. So it's $45 each month, as long as you sponsor. We are top rated for delivering a high percentage, honestly, to the family that you are sponsoring. Anybody who audits charities gives us top grades for efficiency. You have to spend a few dollars to make it all happen, but that's okay. We currently have 250,000 children and aging sponsored around the world, all because priests go out on weekends and the people in the parish, some of them, say yes. What if you don't sponsor today? I still love you, okay? You're still good people, and if you opt in that direction, that's your decision, obviously. What if you do sponsor? Oh, maybe I love you a little bit more, okay? So consider doing it, and I can promise you, you will not regret it. But what if we do, Father? Call the 800 number, say, I don't like this program anymore, I want out. And we will say, well, you've been very generous, we're very happy that you took care of these people over the years that you did, and we will immediately find another sponsor for your child so that the child or aging person will not have to leave the program.